was on the site, I'm like, yeah, the stuff by Shein. The reason why I said that is because was immediately when she finally did put stuff on the website, people, the fans, they clocked that stuff was also on the Shein website. And Walmart. Okay, well, I didn't know it was on Walmart.
Hey everybody, this is Dominique with Black Girl Reviews, and we're back again with another review, not a recap, of Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 8, Rollerstakes and Blind Dates, okay? Just by the title alone, when I heard Blind Dates, I was like, oh, this is going to be about Marlo. Wasn't looking forward to it, but I'm going to give y'all a short review on the episode. I just said in the last review that I'm changing the format. So here we go. Let's get right into it. The first scene we have Drew. She is hanging out with her daughter, checking her temperature, making sure that she was okay because she was just sick. And she's also hanging out with her assistant and telling her assistant that, I have a music video coming up and I've been really working hard on my dance moves. And the assistant was like, okay, well, show me. And she was like, okay, I'll show you in person. She gonna ask Siri or Alexa to play her song. They play Juice WRLD. Shady. And then she does the dance moves. Alexa finally puts it on. She does the dance moves. And she forgets some of them. And she's like, hold on, what? Okay, wait. Okay. Yeah. Then Ralph walks into the room and she pulls him to the side to let him know that her sister is coming into town and how he feels about it. And he said that, he's still not over the fact that the way that she treated him the last time they were together. She called him manipulative and controlling. And did she lie? Did she lie? I don't think she lied. Moving on. The next thing we have Sheree. She is working from home with She by Sheree developers or whoever. And they're trying to come up with a baby line. Isn't that kind of too soon, Sheree? You don't have good track record on sending out for regular clothes. So why are you already working on a baby line? Let's perfect the regular clothes first. Like let's get more items for the regular line, okay? And the producers asked her, hey, have you made any profits from She by Sheree? And she's like, not really. I spent a lot of money to get this off the ground. Okay, Sheree, so why are you trying to do the baby line already when you still need to work on your regular line and make a profit? Like, you should be using throwaway money from the She by Sheree line on the baby line to expand, but you can't. Why are you expanding when the current line is not making a profit? I'm not a business major or a business person, and that's like common sense. Moving on. Next thing we have Marlo. She is on IG Live with the Foster Care Foundation, and she's trying to change her image to seem more relatable. Then Sonia comes in, and Sonia gives her the news that, this one website is carrying my line now. And she was like, Marlo acts fake excited, like, oh my God, that is so good, that is so good. Okay. Then Sonia was like, see, I knew if I told you I would get that reaction that I've been wanting, and I wish the other girls could see you this way. And Marlo was just like, no, did you hear Kandi? Did you hear Kandi say F you and those flowers? Like, did you hear her say that? Like, come on. Get over it. What did you say before she got to that point? What did you say? Then she tells Sonia that she's going on a blind date. They seem excited. She was like, I never dated before. Next thing we have Sheree and Kandi meeting up at the park. I forgot to say at the last scene that Sheree texts Kandi while she was working and asked her to meet up at the park to discuss some few things. So they meet up at the park to discuss some few things on a cold Atlanta day. Kandi shows up in a cute little two-piece track suit with just a bubble coat, and some tennis shoes, ready for a walk in the park, like Sheree said when she invited her. Sheree shows up in full glam, big chunky side part, full glam, big chunky side part. Um, she had on workout gear, but it wasn't She by Sheree, which that was a miss. That was a whole miss. That was a whole fail. And a mink coat. I hope it was fur. Oh, fur. You know, I have a hard time saying fox. Oh, faux. I hope it was faux fur and Louis Vuitton boots. Like, where are you going? Kandi don't ask enough questions for me because I'd have been like, oh, you cute? Where you coming from? If she would have said, just to get her on the spot, like, where you coming from? Like, did you really wake up that morning and got full glam to go to the park? Talking about, oh, I knew you wasn't going to be walking that much, so I came like this. Was that shade? You knew that Kandi don't work out, so you decided to come in full glam with from high heel boots. Talking about, oh yeah, girl, I'm gonna have to find me somewhere to sit somewhere fast. Where are you going? Because it's giving you came to work out in a sweatshirt and some sweatpants, but then you got on Louis Vuitton boots and a mink coat and full face glam with hot chocolate in tow. But anyways, they sit down to have a conversation, and Sheree explains to Kandi that, you know, she hasn't appreciated these times where Kandi has been throwing shade at her and her company. Kandi was like, what? Where did this come from? I don't know where this came from. She has never said anything about this. Which is true. She has not brought this up. This is just something that I feel like she's contriving to be mad at Kandi. They getting tired of being mad at Kenya because Kenya at this point just doesn't care. So they decided to switch gears to Kandi. So Kandi asks, like, when did I throw shade at your business? And she was like, oh, when you said that my website didn't crash. And Kandi was like, but it did. And Sheree was like, but it did. How you gonna tell me if it crashed or not? It was on the back end. Blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you how we knew your website didn't crash. And like Kandi said, it wasn't you getting mad at me. Like, I'm the one that invented these rumors. Like, this is all on the blogs. Everybody agrees that your website didn't crash. And the reason why I know her website didn't crash because crashing websites, you can't do anything. It's literally a black screen pretty much, or it will show that the link is broken or can't get to this website, stuff like that. You left, when you go on your website around that time it crashed, you had a note on the website like, sorry guys, website with so many people came on my website, it crashed. And Kandi is saying, no, girl, when I went on your website before it crashed, you had no inventory. So what are you talking about? I couldn't purchase nothing before it crashed. So you can't say it crashed because there was so many people on there. You just didn't have no inventory. So they was going back and forth, and Sheree was trying to say, girl, it's the principle of the fact that, you know, I don't go around talking about your business and how you was failing on the health inspector failed you, and it took me so long. I had a table of 15. It took 3 hours for us to get our food. And just pointless conversation. So they arguing. Even Kandi was like, I don't even know what we arguing about. I don't know either, girl. Because her point wasn't proven. She thought she was going to be like, oh yeah, my bad. Maybe your page did crash. No, it did not crash. And then the whole She by Shein. Kandi didn't make that up. That was the internet. She just repeated what the internet said. So she's trying to say, well, I don't repeat what the internet said about you and your business. And then Kandi was just like, girl, you know, I apologize if that offended you. Let's just move forward. Like, this is just stupid, honestly. So Kandi took responsibility of her actions. And Sheree didn't take any accountability of nothing. Like, she didn't apologize for the things she said. And I think in her confession, she was just like, oh, we're not friends anymore. Or friendship is dead, whatever. Who cares? Moving on. Next, we have a cute little short montage of Kenya in Brooklyn making cookies together. They chocolate chip cookies. She's so cute as a mom. Then we have Sonia and Ross. Ross is finally in town to have the do with Sonia to create this baby. So, and he's just so overwhelmed that he has to do it more than once in a day. Not excited, overwhelmed. Like, oh, whoa. What do you mean? You haven't seen your wife in months. You should be like, oh, all right, I'm ready. I've been waiting. It's something up with Ross and Sonya. I don't want to say it is. Don't come for me and say, oh, you don't love black families. No, it is something up with Ross and Sonya. Like, honestly, it's something that they're not saying. They're not saying. Like, he's been gone in Austin for how long, and you come back and she's saying, oh yeah, we're gonna do it today. Earlier, and then we're gonna do it later. And he was like, oof, oof, oof. You was an athlete. You got the stamina. Something ain't right. Moving on. And we have a short scene with Marlo talking to her friend about this blind date and being a foster parent. Moving on. Next, we have Kandi and Todd. They are having a sit down at the Candy Factory about this movie that Todd is creating. He's trying to say that, he already has it in mind for the leading lady to be Drew. And Kandi was like, well, it was this one part where I'm like, and she doesn't want to be typecast because that's the same role she was playing in another show before. They alluded that, Kandi does those things behind closed doors. Kandi did not disagree on certain things that happens with another woman behind closed doors. If you know what I'm saying, it's just a family channel. So that's as much as I can say. And I'm looking like, oh, Kandi is feeling free this season, I guess you could say. That was about it in that scene, so we're moving on. Drew is at home with her mom, and she has a chef cooking food for her sister when she comes into town that night. Apparently, they really didn't know exactly what time she was going to be arriving, because by the time she arrived, it was like 10:30. Filming had already wrapped. Ralph went upstairs to go to sleep, because, older people have glutamine at bedtime. You can't be standing out, no telling what day that was. It probably was like a random Wednesday. Nobody got time to be staying up all night waiting on one person when y'all good. So she arrives, they greet each other. It looks so cute. And moving on. Oh, well, I guess I can give a backstory on Drew's sister. Drew's sister was her manager for a couple of years, and during the pandemic, I guess it hit her very hard. And she suffered from mental issues, and that's what they're going to say contribute to her going off on Ralph. And they will want to try to work on their sister. Moving on. Next scene, we have Drew, and she's at her music video at a skating ring. She has other scenes that she's going to be filming, but today it's just going to be filming with the girls, Kenya, Sonia, and Courtney. And they talk about who was invited, who was not invited. Kandi was invited, but she didn't show up. Sheree had other things, and I guess Marlo wasn't invited at all. And they filmed the video. Drew said she can't skate, but it still came out cute. Ralph and Drew's sister had an awakening, and they hugged each other after having a conversation, which was cute. But then I started thinking about how Drew and Ralph's divorced. So, I was just like, And that was the end of that scene. Next, before I go into the next scene, Kenya did say the video was giving low budget, and it kind of was. It wasn't even Cascade skating ring. If you're gonna do a skating ring, you're gonna have to do a Connex Cascade skating ring. But hey, this is her first music video. Even what's her name? Candace's first music video was low budget. So I'm gonna give you some time, Drew. I'm gonna give you some time. You got this. Next scene, we have Marlo. She's getting ready for her blind date. She has on this too short of a dress, and her boobs are up to her chin, and she's so nervous. And she gets in the car and she calls Sonia. Sonia answers because she has nothing else to do. And she was like, "Girl, you didn't call me today. You forgot I was having my blind date." And Sonia was like, "Oh, it's okay, girl. My bad. I was at Drew's video shoot the whole day." And she was like, "Oh, I wasn't invited. I didn't hear nothing about this. So let me call Drew." She calls Drew. Drew and her have a kind of a breakthrough moment. And well, for Marlo, because Marlo likes to just apologize. Like, "Oh, if you feel hurt, I apologize." But she's going to do it again. So it's like your apologies really don't hold weight, honestly. And if you know Marlo, the apologies don't hold weight. I would rather her argue with me and then apologize, because then maybe, now, you know what? With Marlo, it's not going to get through to her what you're talking about. So it's really pointless, honestly. So she apologized. Drew was like, she was trying to move on from the situation real quickly. And Drew was like, "No, hold on. I didn't like how you've been a friend to me lately." And Marlo just hangs up in her face. How I don't got time for her, her bad built body, her wig shift. I can see it's peeling from the FaceTime. Her man don't want her. Her man wants somebody with a better body. And blah, 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 just going in. See, and then when Drew sees this, she's going to have an issue, and then she's going to try to apologize. "Well, I apologize. I should never said all that." No, Marlo. I don't, no. And I can see, and the people would be like, "Why is Kenya treating Marlo this way? Why is Kenya?" Because this is a pattern. Like, she keeps acting this way. She's going to keep acting this way. It don't matter how many times she apologizes to Kenya. The next time, it's always unprovoked with Marlo. Like, it's always unprovoked. She pulls up to a shopping strip. She gets irritated because she's like, "A shopping strip? A shopping strip for a first date is crazy. Like, what?" Girl, that's all you giving is a shopping strip date, honey. I don't know if this man owned the restaurant or what. I guess I got up to go get some wine because I was kind of over it. I didn't want to take no more notes. He's 39 years old. He got 3 kids, one 15, 2 and 1, and she gonna ask her a stupid question like, "Are y'all still together?" And he was like, "Nah." With a 1-year-old and a 2-year-old, either those two, she asked the stupidest question. She should have said, "Is the 1-year-old and the 2-year-old by the same mother?" Because if this is the back-to-back situation, then you what, left? Or is this a Nick Cannon situation where you got 3 babies, 3 baby mamas? Well, Nick Cannon got way more. I'm just saying, I think only child he has multiple kids with other people. My bad. So where was I? Yes. So the date, it was a mess. She asked a stupid question. "Are you a felon? Do you have something in your past?" He was like, "Yeah, I'm a felon." "Oh, yes, great. Now I have a felon too. I don't want no one to judge me." "Great, this is great. He's handsome, but I would try not to date no one with kids under 2, under 5, or something like that." He got 2 under 5. So what that tell you, girl? He was acting like he owned the place, so it's a possibility that he owned the restaurant. I don't know. They look decent together. Marlo she's just a big girl, so I have to see them. I don't know if he stood next to her and I can see their height, because once again I got up to go get some wine, so I really wasn't focused on Marlo's scene. And I feel like this is way longer than it needs to be, so I'm going to end it right here. And that's my review on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Honestly, the episode wasn't about anything. I really could have just said Sheree and Kandi got into it. Sheree is wrong in my opinion. Her website didn't crash. She's talking about behind the scenes and this and that and this and that. Girl, you had no inventory. And once you realize you had no inventory, or you hire some janky people to run your website and they didn't know how to put inventory on the website. But why would you launch a website without having all the kinks fixed and you didn't check out the website before? Because Sheree is so irritating when it comes to business because it's like she knows, but she don't know. And I don't know how to treat her. Do I treat her like she knows or do I treat her like she don't know? And I'm like, girl, what? You didn't test none of this out before launching the website. You had so long. You didn't launch it right at you didn't launch it right after your runway show, your fashion show. You launched it almost months and months later after they edited the show and then viewed the show later. I think it was like almost, we can just go ahead and say almost a year later, you didn't launch the website from the time you filmed the runway, because that was at the end of the season, and usually they stop ending the season right before the end of the year. So, and then the season goes all the way into September, almost at the end of the year. So what else I could say? And I don't like talking about Marlo, Drew and her sister. I'm gonna give this episode a D. Oh, it hurts to just give y'all a D, but y'all didn't do anything, and it's going down. It's going down. Luckily, Kandi was right. Marlo did not bring up the cousin situation, even though it did kind of get brought up with Drew and them having a conversation. So technically, I did have to hit just a little bit about it. So that contributed into a D. It was too much Marlo heavy. I don't care about Marlo in this blind date because there ain't no rumors out here in the streets that she dating anybody. So I don't care about that. What else? What else happened? That blind date, Drew, Kandi, and Sheree. That was the best part, but kind of not really, because Kandi, Sheree you just want to be mad at Kandi, and it's not giving what you think is given, because like Kandi said, she's not the one that came up with these sayings like she by she in. That went viral on YouTube. I mean, not YouTube. That went viral on Twitter. They had proof. They had side by side comparison from Shein to your website. And I feel like I wish Kandi would have said this. But if she did say this, I can still see the producers cutting it out, the editors cutting it out. So, like, girl, your business is not businessing. All right. I'm trying to keep these videos short because, like I said, it wasn't much going on. It was maybe 4 pages on my notes. I'm doing good, y'all. Doing good. All right, y'all. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share my content with your friends, family, and your what? Your coworkers. And your what? And them fake friends y'all don't want to talk. But oh, just watch this video so she can put her headphones on and she don't want to talk to you. I'm just giving solutions, okay? All right, y'all. And what else I got to say? Oh, thank you guys. I got 200 subscribers. Boo, boo. Boo, 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 boo. Mm-hmm. Boo, boo. What? Boo, 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 boo. I'm so excited. I'm so happy, y'all. It's been almost a month. No, maybe 2 months. I got to see. Almost 2 months, and I got 200 subscribers from scratch. Okay, so I'm so excited. Plus, that was my birthday goal, which I know my birthday is coming up on Saturday. I'm thinking about vlogging my birthday outing with my friends and family for YouTube. I'll think about it. I know I'm gonna think about it, but I gotta come up with another birthday goal. 200 was third birthday goal because 100 was my birthday goal. Then 150 was my birthday goal. Now it's 200 and I still got a week left. So thank y'all guys. Thank you guys. I'm so grateful, honestly. I'm so grateful and I'm gonna keep pushing out content every week. I love it. I love doing YouTube. It's so fun to me. So I think that's it. That's all of my church announcements for today. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.